Shalom, all praise the Yahweh Shem Shah. Double honor to the Apostle GMS. My name is Amnal Allah, coming at you with another video. In this video, I'm going to go into 1 Timothy 6, verse 9 and 10, along with many of the scriptures, going into the love of money is root of all evil. So let's begin. 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 9. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare. Right, those that are rich fall into temptations and they fall into snares. Because with money, you have money opens doors. Money opens opportunities, in other words. It grants you the ability to do things that you couldn't do without the money. And with all of that money, you're tempted to do many things. You're tempted to do things that can steer you away from the truth. So you fall into temptations and snares. A snare is a trap. So money can lead into temptation, money can lead into snares because it opens doors that grant you opportunities to do things that you couldn't do if you didn't have the money. And those snares and those temptations are all things that can deter you from the faith. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, right? Many foolish and hurtful lusts. Those are those temptations and snares, those hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. So those temptations and those snares and those many foolish, hurtful lusts drown men in destruction and perdition. And when you're drowned, you're engulfed. When you're drowning in the water, you're engulfed in water. So when it says to drown you into destruction, drown men into destruction and perdition, you're engulfed. When it says it drowns men into destruction and perdition, it engulfs you in destruction, because that's what it eventually leads to. That's those temptations, snares, and hurtful lusts lead to. That's what many people have erred from the faith because of money. So it says in verse 10, for the love of money is the root of all evil. It didn't say money is the root of all evil. It said the love of money is the root of all evil. The love of money. Why does it say the love of money? Because if a person loves money, they'll do just about anything. They would do anything to get it. They would do anything to get it and do things. They would do anything to get it. They would do things that they would never do to get it. For example, for the love of money is the root of all evil. A person will kill for money. There was this rapper from Chicago. He and his friends, and I believe maybe his girlfriend was involved, killed his own mother for like insurance money, if I'm not mistaken. I think his mother owned like a beauty salon or something like that. But every time a Chicago rapper murdered his mother for money, I believe it was like from some kind of insurance or something like that. He killed his own mother, so that he can get like, I believe, hundreds of thousands of dollars, so he could floss with it, or in other words, show off all over the internet. And obviously he got caught. That's why I'm telling you the story now. Okay? Because it was the love of money. For the love of money is the root of all evil. The love of money will cause you to do anything to acquire it. You would do anything to acquire it and do things that you wouldn't do, that you would never do. You go to a person and tell them, I'll give you $500 if you look at the bottom of my boot. They'll do it. Go to a person telling me that I'll give you $500 if you look at the bottom of my shoe. They'll do it for money, for the love of money. Because for the love of money, a person will lose all morals, all scruples, and all principles that they may have for that money, for that dollar, and for whatever kind of currency it may be. As long as it's money, they'll do it. For the love of money is the root of all evil. It's the root. Okay? A root is something that's deeply embedded, deeply secure in the earth. And a tree springs forth from that root. So money is the root of all evil. Okay? Money is the root of evil. Money is the root of evil that occurs. So when you wonder why the United States government is in all of these different countries, it's because they want that oil. And they call oil what? Black gold, which gold is what? Money. Okay? So it's the root of all evil. Let's look at the word root real quick.
Strong's G 4491.
Riza. And it says a root. That which like a root springs from a root, a sprout, shoot, metaphor, offspring, progeny. It doesn't really tell you much. So money is the root of all evil. Okay? It's the offspring of evil. Okay? Or evil is the offspring of money. However did you choose to say it. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some covet after, they have earth and faith, right? They coveted after it. They desired it. They desired something that wasn't theirs. which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith, right? They erred from the faith. They erred from the faith. They erred from the faith because they coveted after money. They desired it. As a matter of fact, the scripture speaks of something called evil concupiscence. I believe concupiscence is desiring something that you shouldn't have. Not that there's anything wrong with money, because the Bible tells you in the book of Ecclesiastes, I believe the 7th chapter, but Lord willing, I'll get that next. It tells you that money is a defense. Money is a defense. You need money in order to survive in this world, to pay your bills, to pay your rent, to eat, to buy clothes, to travel. You need money. But it's the love of money that's the root of evil, not money itself. Because when someone loves money, they'll do anything to get it. They will do things that they would never do in order to get it. They'll kill for it. They'll steal for it. As a matter of fact, I believe the Oldies had a song called "For the Love of Money," something like that. You will rob their own brother or kill their own brother, something like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's true. So it says, "For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith." They erred from the faith. They focused on physical riches as opposed to spiritual riches, and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Right? They pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Okay. It led them into many sorrows because they do anything to get it, and they do anything to keep it. They'll bend over for it, go on the casting couch for money, dress up like a woman for money, have orgies for money. This is what they do in Hollywood, and then they continue all over, all for success, all for money. But thou, O man of the Most High, flee these things and follow out the righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, and meekness. That's what it's supposed to follow. Now, if you can get a job to make more money, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. If you can get a job to make more money, nothing wrong with that. Because it's the love of money that's the root of evil. You're getting that job to make more money because that can improve your current living conditions on this earth. But you know that at the end of the day, money is not what we're in this thing for. Okay? 10 and 19. Yeah, Ecclesiastes 10 and 19. A feast is made for laughter, and wine maketh merry. But money answereth all things, right? Money answereth all things. Because with money grants the opportunity to do things. Okay, it answereth all things. Whatever it is you have a problem with, money is something that can answer it. You got a problem with living conditions, food, clothing, whatever it may be, money can answer that. It's possible that money can fix that. Okay? Going back to what I said before, but the love of money is the root of all evil. Money opens doors, meaning it grants you opportunities you didn't have before. And the more opportunities that's granted, the more lust, the more opportunities that's granted, the more doors that's open, the more doors that you open, the more lust and temptations are behind those doors. The more snares are there. Okay, so a feast is made for laughter, and wine maketh merry, right? People laugh at a feast. You're merry, you're happy. You're laughing at the feast, you're enjoying yourself. And wine maketh merry, wine make you happy. But money answereth all things. As a matter of fact, I gotta get that right there. Ecclesiastes 7 and 12. I didn't see that there. Let me click on that. Sorry. Click on that. Ecclesiastes 7 and 12. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom gives life to them that have it. So wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. Wisdom defends you. Wisdom is like a shield. Wisdom is like a sword. It's like a helmet. That goes into, I believe, the book of Ephesians 6, the 6th chapter. It speaks about putting on the whole armor of the Most High, which the armor is what? The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Bible. Wisdom. And it's a defense. It can defend you. It can defend you from the fiery darts of Satan. Okay? Which is what? All Satan can really do is tempt you. That's all they can really do. So for wisdom is a defense. It defends you from those temptations. It defends you from those hurtful lusts and snares that drown men into destruction and perdition, as we read in the book of 1 Timothy, I believe, the 6th chapter and the 10th verse. For wisdom is a defense and money is a defense. But money is a defense too. See, money is a defense. It can protect you too. It can defend you. It can get you out of certain situations. Sometimes money may be what you need to get you out of your current situation. You may be have bad living conditions, but if you had a job making more money, then you can improve the living conditions that you currently reside at. Whether it's your bills, whatever it may be. For wisdom is a defense and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom can give life to them that have it. See, but the excellency of knowledge. See, wisdom is a defense and money is a defense. But it's telling you the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom gives life to them that have it. That's the difference between money and wisdom. They both are a defense, but wisdom gives life to them that have it. Money don't give you life to them that have it. You can have money, but just because you have money doesn't mean it can kill you of a deadly disease. If you have wisdom in the scriptures, the Most High is dealing with you. And if you got a deadly disease, the Most High can heal you. That's just an example. Because instead of giving life to them to have it, it's not talking about actual life like, oh, I have wisdom and now I'm on my deathbed, now I'm alive. I was on my deathbed, now I'm alive. It's not talking about like that because the scripture tell you in the book of John, the 6th chapter and the 63rd verse, it tells you what it says, the flesh profiteth nothing. It says, these words I'm not going to quote it verbatim, but it tells you the words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. So the words of the scriptures are spirit. So for it's the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. So these words are spirit and these words are life. That's what gives us life. The wisdom, knowledge, understanding of the scriptures, not money. Okay? And that's the difference between wisdom and money. All right? And money does drown people into destruction and perdition. You know? People kill for it. Okay? People kill for it. Do anything for it. You see people acting a fool for money. Like Floyd Mayweather Jr. He walk around with $1 million in a book bag. Is that necessary? I mean, come on, man. That's a foolish lust. Because somebody could take that bag of money. But no one can take this knowledge away from you except for Yahweh Shem Yahshua. And that's if you ain't a man of the Lord. Proverbs 23:4. Labor not to be rich, cease from thine own wisdom. Right. Labor not to be rich. That doesn't mean don't work to get more money. No, it's not talking about that. It's talking about you don't put your whole focus on laboring to be rich. Because guess what? This world is temporary. It's temporal. It's not everlasting. It's not perpetual or continual. It's not forever. So you don't labor to be rich. In other words, you don't set your sights solely on making money. Okay? Even though money is a defense, that's not what you set your whole sight on. You got to keep your eye single on his knowledge. That's what matters the most. Labor not to be rich, cease from thine own wisdom. Verse 5. Wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not right, but you set your eyes upon that which is not? You can't set your eyes upon something that's not there. Because it says what? For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle toward heaven. So you can't set your eyes upon something that's not. You can't set your eyes upon something that's not there. For example, money. Why is that? Because riches make themselves wings and they fly away as an eagle towards heaven. You can have money 1 minute and the next minute all that money is gone. So you shouldn't set your eyes upon that which is not, such as money, because it can be here in 1 minute and like eagle it can fly away and be going the next. So you can't set your eyes upon something that's temporary. Okay? That's why it tells you labor not to be rich. It doesn't mean you can't get more money. You can't work to get more money. You can't have a side hustle or a side job, but you got money on the side. Because even the Apostle Paul said, I remember saying years ago, but you brothers got to learn how to hustle. You know what I'm saying? You might have one job. If you need more money, you might do this on the side. You might do that on the side. You might have one job doing this, and you might drive cabs on your day off. You know what I'm saying? This is Matthew 6:19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth. Right? Don't lay up treasures upon earth. Physical treasures, where moth and rust doth corrupt. Right? Moths can corrupt your garment. Rust can corrupt your gold and your silver, your riches. And when thieves break through and steal, right? Thieves can break through and take those garments. Thieves can break through and take those riches, that gold and that silver and that dollar, that money that you have. Thieves can break through and steal and take it. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. Right? You lay up spiritual treasures in heaven. By doing this work, you're storing up like you're storing up, you put money in your spiritual bank account, so to speak. Okay? The work that you're doing, the spiritual work that you're doing, the Most High is like an accountant, for example. Or Yahweh Shah is like an accountant. who pays attention to all of the works that we do in the spirit and according to this word, and he jots down, okay, he's doing this, put that in the spiritual bank account. He's doing that. He's keeping track on all of the work that we're doing. And that work that we're doing is like it's being stored in the spiritual bank account. Yahweh Shah is like an accountant that's keeping record of all of the spiritual labor that we're putting forth, as opposed to the manual labor that we put forth for Esau. You know what I'm saying? When we're storing it up, and it's being stored in our spiritual bank account. If we're gonna be lower with the elect, Yahweh Shah is gonna redeem us. We're gonna be found redeemable because of the work that we did on this earth through the Spirit to push His word. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through or steal. Right? Moths can corrupt your spiritual riches, nor can rust corrupt your spiritual riches, nor can thieves break through and steal your spiritual riches. For where your treasure, because it's in the spirit, it's in the spirit. It's not put in a safe in your house somewhere. It's not in a shoebox. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Whatever it is that you treasure, that's where your heart is going to be also. That's what your mind's going to be fixated on. Wherever your treasure, whatever it is that you treasure. Okay? So whatever it is that you treasure, that's what your mind's going to be focused on. Some people treasure their car. That's why you see them washing their car all the time. That's what they treasure. And that's what their heart is set upon. If you treasure this knowledge, that's what your mind's going to be set upon. You're going to continue to think about the knowledge. I'm not saying every second of the day the knowledge is going to be in your head. I'm not saying every second day you're going to be studying, excuse me. That's what I mean when I say that. But you're going to be thinking about the knowledge throughout the day. You're going to buy something from the supermarket, you're going to look at the nutrition facts. You're going to look at the ingredients to make sure nothing in there that's unclean. You know? You're going to think about it in everything that you do. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 5. Let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things that you have, right? Be happy with things you have. For he has said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee. So we all about this knowledge, man. And the most I say, we never leave thee or forsake thee. Why? Because Yahweh Bashim Yahshua is with us through this book. Yahweh Shah is a comforter. All right? Yahweh Shah is a comforter, and we're being comforted with these words. Which the comfort is what? The knowledge. This is what comforts us. And Yahweh Shah, and He's never going to leave us nor forsake us. Scriptures tell you that rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Yahweh Shah is the shepherd, and that rod and that staff, that shepherd's crook is what leads the sheep. That's this knowledge. And we're following Yahweh Shah. So with that, I'm going to close. I'm going to say, oh, praise Yahweh Shem Yahshua, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, Rakak Wadash, Shalom.